He's Rapid Rail back, and I know it's been a long time since I've recorded. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've had a break, I've been off school, and I just wasn't feeling well. But I'm back now. Now, before anyone says, I'm aware there's a country here called Costco, I believe, or whatever. I'm just leave it out. I'm sorry if anyone's there, but I can't find a map with it, so. Well, I can find a map, but like it's a particular one I want anyway. So today we are doing another Empire video, obviously, and we are doing what if Turkey made an empire in 2025. I did Greece, and now I'm doing Turkey, and I think someone said I was biased. I am not biased towards Greece. Because, like, why would I? I've done something wrong already. Oh, I've done, okay. Chill. Anyway, yeah, I'm not biased towards either Greece or Turkey. The reason I had Greece win the war against Turkey is one, they had an ally down here that Turkey had to deal with, and two, because Greece has already expanded. So, yeah, please don't, like, say that I'm biased. The only country I'll be biased for is my boy. I'm joking, anyway. So where would they go first? They would probably want to take Greece, however they would probably not go for it straight away, and they would go to Cyprus. Now I know there's northern and southern Cyprus, but we're going to ignore that. Anyway, yeah, Turkey's in the ultimatum, and I don't know if Cyprus would accept, but I'm going to save you some time. I'm not going to lie, would Cyprus have a chance against Turkey? Probably not, so. Anyway, yeah, they would probably try to reform the Ottoman Empire here, and I'm not sure exactly how it went, but I knew they had Syria, so they're going after Syria and Lebanon to save them some time. They're not going to accept the ultimatum, but I mean, Syria are they're not very poor, but they're not a very rich country. Don't have a good military really, and they're gonna get rolled over. And then Lebanon, yeah, they get naval invaded, and yeah, they're cooked. And I mean, the spearheads, I'm gonna just say the capital's here, even though I don't know where it is. I do not know anything about the Middle East except from these two having a war, so yeah, excuse me if I like get anything wrong with names or anything. Anyway, yeah, both of them surrender, because that's cool. Now I do, even though I haven't done it for 8 years, remember how to go quicker, so yes, because JJ Ricochet, go subscribe to him. He does mapping like me, he's mentioned me in his videos, and he gives me so much advice, and he's always in the comments, and I'm 100% sure he'll be there again, so just click on his channel and go subscribe, please. Yeah, he just recently hit 50 subscribers. Go spam in his chats W50 subs, I guess. Anyway, what Turkey, I mean, why wouldn't they take both countries fully? I mean, that would be stupid if they don't. I mean, they could just take the coast of both of them, I guess, but that would look ugly. We don't want Turkey to look ugly out here, because Turkey have great turkeys. Get it? Anyway, oh, that's annoying. Right, boom. Okay, look at Turkey. Now they'd probably next go after Georgia, and I don't know the rest of these names. The only one I know is Georgia, and the rest of these, like, I couldn't really care, to be honest. I think one of them's Kazakhstan or where, I don't really know, but I know this one's Georgia, so Georgia's getting attacked first. Now I'm pretty sure like there's mountains over here, but we're just gonna ignore them because we don't do geography out here, boys. Yeah, Georgia, like the northern tip's taken over, and they cut Georgia in half. Yeah, this little country here's gone. Wait, this country's gone. The only country I know about is Georgia, so that's the only country that's gonna be decent in this war, in my world, because yeah, like I said, these countries could, you know, I just don't know them. The only thing I really know about is like the Americas and Europe and East Asia and Australia. So there's only Africa and all of this. I don't know. So I'm pretty good, but I'm not too good. Anyway, yeah, all these countries surrender, and it's just Georgia and actually this bit of the other country. Now it's just Georgia, and yeah, they surrender because why wouldn't they? I mean, kind of feel bad for him at this rate. Anyway, they would take all of Georgia, take Tenge, and then they would puppet this country. Actually, no, they would want it for access to this sea. Yeah, I think that just makes sense. Increase brush size. Now JJ Ricochet, I think is Ricochet, said press R. I don't know what R does, so let's experiment together. What did that do? What did R do? Oh, it put the... Okay. Yeah, no, that's actually really helpful, thank you. That's actually really helpful. Now I actually know what R does. Thank you very much. If you want a tutorial on how to do mapping, I mean, I think JJ Ricochet would be best for that, but I could do a tutorial if you want. Like, how to get the maps and everything. Then please let me know in the comments. Because I'm more than happy to do that. No, I feel like not a lot of people know how to do it these days. There's just one kid that like did a tutorial. Not even Asper's done one though. I think he should do one. But yeah, anyway, look at that turkey. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna attack these countries, but first they're gonna go for Greece. Finally. Oh, wrong colour. I mean, Greece wouldn't accept because they hate Turkey and Turkey hates Greece. But I mean, Greece should have accepted because at this point, I mean, Turkey's probably 5th strongest in the world at this point. In real life, they're like 10th, but they've put more of their money into military. Plus, they've taken not necessarily rich countries, but you know, more places for houses, I guess, and that means more mule. Anyway, yeah, Turkey makes an island in the Crete, I think it's called, you know, one of the Greek states back in the day. Oh, why did I colour that blue? Yeah, Turkey takes that. And Turkey take all the islands, and they're kind of like sieging Greece. You know, like not in a castle obviously, but like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, they take the northern bit of Greece. No one else joins the war. I mean, Albania maybe could have joined, got some land over it, as well as North Macedonia, maybe even Bulgaria. But I mean, they probably wouldn't have time to like mobilise and get land out of it because Turkey. This has happened in like a month or so. I'm sorry if anyone's from Greece, and there probably maybe is watching this, but I mean, you've got to admit, especially like Greece is like 20th in the world or like 30th, and Turkey at this point like 5th. So unless like Greece getting out, oh, I forgot to mention, NATO or any like no major alliances exist. Probably people already wrote in the comments, but there's no NATO. I mean, where's the NATO at? Where's its Hebrew? Where's the baguette heads? Well, they don't exist in my universe, so delete that comment now that I know you put. Anyway, oh, oops. Anyway, yeah, Greece, I mean, it's just, what used to be Sparta over here is left. And, yeah, they surrender. And, I mean, realistically, I don't think Turkey would take all of Greece. Just simply because there would be so many rebellions. However, I mean, nah, they won't. They won't. Nah, they won't. Because, like, if we're talking realistically, I don't think Greece should be able to hold on to it. I mean, Turkey, rather. Oh, shooting. They'll just take, like, all of the northern, and then obviously all the islands, I think. And then they'll obviously puppet the rest, and people don't like this, but it's better than fully being taken over, I guess. You know. Shit, man. Oh, look at that beauty. Anyway, yeah, they'll take, whoopsie daisy, flippin'. They'll take all of Crete, all of these islands. I think Athens is like or one of these little islands, I think, or like big islands. I don't really know. Yeah, I mean, Greece kind of got rolled over here, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think even Turkey would take these islands just to completely surround. I don't know if Albania owns that, so I'm gonna just leave it. But yeah, they'll just take all of that. And yeah, very strong Turkey at this rate. Don't forget to make them a brown colour. A poop colour, as some might say. Just realised how bad that sounds. You know, poo is brown. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, no one type in the comments I'm racist, because I'm not racist. Yeah, looking good. Now they'll probably go after. I mean, I'm gonna just put them on the same side, Palestine and Israel. I'm gonna just say they're not at war, they're at peace. Okay, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not on any side, so I'm not gonna deal with that. Anyways, they do a little bit of that, and then Iran joins because they want. I forgot to do these, man. What to do these where I have to oh, so sorry, man. Oh, I'm actually such a plonker. I'm gonna just say they annex all of it. Bro, how did this happen? I swear, like, I did it all. Might have, like, undone it or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's done now, so delete the comments that you were screaming at me again. Gaza Strip, Palestine, oh shit, Palestine, Jordan, Iraq, Iran, boom, whoops, boom. Right, I think Iran would just join this for land. I mean, I don't think they like Turkey, because Turkey's on the side of Israel, Iran's on the side of, I'm not going to get into that, but I don't think they like Turkey. However, they want land out of this, so yeah, they start invading into Iraq, and yeah, that happens. But they are stopped Israel, because Israel are a very strong country. You know, probably 15th in the world, around that. I think they have nukes. You know, not a lot of countries have nukes. Ask North Korea about that. Yeah, I mean, Iraq, they're decently strong, but they're surrounded between Iran, which are a very strong country, and Turkey, which is like a world superpower by now, probably to like 4th or 3rd, overtaking Russia, because I don't like Russia. I'm sorry if anyone's Russian. I don't like it, it's just Putin, I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, they start taking over this country, and yeah, they fall, because, I mean, I'm sorry if this happens in like a few months, you know, because I'm not saying Iraq would get rolled over in this war. They're surrounded by Iran and Turkey though. I just don't think it's doable. However, they sound like 20k troops into Georgia, but yeah, Georgia's cooked, and you know, yeah, this happens. And I mean, what I just did over like maybe 5 months, I'm gonna say like Israel, like with the help of Palestine, I guess they go into Jerusalem and they hold off in there for like a good few weeks, maybe even a month. But yeah, it's not enough. And Turkey would take all of that for sure. All of Georgia, all of Israel, all of Palestine. Now, would they be able to hold on to this in real life? No. But that's the Gaza Strip. I might just leave it, because that will happen. Yeah, I mean, realistically, would they be able to hold on to this? Probably not. But hey ho, spaghetti-o. Habush. Anyway, yeah. So Turkey takes like that, and then Iran takes the resting, helling, boom. Oh, shitting, Right, we all, oh shit, we all good. We all good. Whoever was panicking in the comments, panic no more, because we have done the peace treaty. I like doing the peace treaty, but sometimes it can take ages if I mess up stupidly like that. Yeah, so they'll do that, and then Iran would take the rest, because why wouldn't they, just for fun. And I know that is existing right now, and it's going to annoy me. I was going to say I'm going to ignore it, but I'm not going to ignore it, so yeah. Oh, I'm so bad, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cold. Anyway, look at that Turkish Empire. Look at that. Look at that. Iran aren't gonna stay allies though. Simply because they wouldn't. I don't really know how to explain that. They just wouldn't. They just wouldn't. I know that's red down there, but I don't give a poop. Anyway, they're not done expanding Turkey because you know they get greedy. They're like, oh yes, we're fourth strongest in the world after America and China. We can take on anyone, and that's what they do. What they think they can do. Saudi Arabia declare on Yemen. Oh, that's Yemen. One of them is Yemen. I'll just say they're both Yemen. Qatar, Quake, I think it's called Quake, and I don't, UAE, EUA, EUE, I don't know, one of those letters I just said in an order, some kind of, like EUA, AUE, I think it's AUE, I don't know, like I said, I'm not very good with, the Middle East. So anyway, yeah, they declare war on Saudi Arabia and Yemen, and then these countries kind of just like, we're gonna be next, we might as well just declare war. And also Egypt, because they know, yeah. But don't forget, Greece is still sending stuff, so yeah, that's cool. So let's get into the war. Now, Egypt is very rich, however they are only rich down the Nile River, which goes something like that. I don't even know if the Nile River, something like that. It's a river, all their housing and riches are like, that's their riches right there. Everywhere else is a desert. I mean, they might have some population like on the coast. And that's it. That's what the population / economy zones would be. So if Turkey can take the coast, then they can just like go up the Nile River, and then the rest is desert. So that's what they're gonna attempt to do. They're gonna come around, I think the capital, I don't know what it's called, but it's like there, because it's like on top of the river. So you know, they're not gonna get to it, because Egypt's again a top 15 country, or like 20, I don't know. They are very strong countries, so never, you know, never say never for the Egyptians. Anyway, Turkey also makes some advances into Saudi Arabia, which again, I'm not gonna say how strong every country is like I do in my videos. I'm gonna just leave it. I think most of the people watching would, you know a decent amount of the world if you're watching mapping. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying I'd recommend knowing a little bit. But yeah, Saudi Arabia don't really stand a chance here, and they're gonna Turkey are gonna like go on the coast of the border. That sounded weird, but yeah, they're gonna take Quake as well. That's just a country like not to deal with. They don't really have much of a military, but it's just one less country to deal with. And Turkey keep on going up the coast. Egypt push back here. They go across this river thing, and yeah, they help Saudi Arabia push back Turkey, which means Egypt won't have as much troops and then I'll cut him off like that, so no more reinforcements, because Turkey, even though, I mean, the blue should control this, Turkey controls it, because Turkey is Sigma. Just hear my sister singing in the shower, that's lovely. Yeah, they keep on going up the coast, and yeah, they're getting very close, and they take the capital, and they take all this coast, and from here it's kind of like go down the river, you're good, you know. I mean, most of the military's gone. There's still like economic zones that Egypt have, but they don't have enough time to rebuild their military. They can't do that in like 2 weeks. Anyway, it's quite slow down here. I'm pretty sure like a lot of this is desert and or really hot. I don't think it's desert, ignore what I said, but it's like really hot. So, you know, they're advancing slowly. They're going down the coast because that's what the old people used to do, explore down the coast. And yeah, Turkey looking a little bit like the Ottoman Empire, you know, which is the goal of this video. And they take the UAE, or whatever the hell it's called, and from here we see some countries backing out of the war, such as Yemen and Yemen. Oh my gosh, we're just gonna ignore that for now. And this country surrenders, and Saudi Arabia just surrenders, and then Egypt. So eventually everyone surrenders. So what would this peace treaty look like, you may ask? Well, I think this will be the last war of the video. I don't see the need. I mean, after this they would probably like almost have done their goal of recreating the Ottoman Empire. There's usually no need to expand more. Oh, why did I do that? So Turkey take all of that like peninsula, and they just take the coast of Egypt. And I know I'm leaving out the river. Actually no, they wouldn't do that. They would go like this, and then they would go like down here. No, they wouldn't do that. I'm an awful person, aren't I? Making you watch this. Trying to think of something, but I'm just dumb. They'll go like, they don't want Egypt to have coast, and they want to control that little river that I forgot the name of, like down here. But yeah, they would take away that from Egypt, and then they would go back round, and then yeah, I mean, all that's like desert, but it just to make it look cool, I guess. So they take that, and I'll colour it in red after. Now from Saudi Arabia, they'll kind of do a similar thing. They would go like, oh, I'm doing it wrong again. Like take that coast away from Saudi Arabia, and then after that they would go like back round. They'll go like that. They won't take all the coast away from Saudi Arabia though. They'll take a majority. They have that little bit, and then this stretch. So, you know. Oh, my good old friend Kuwait. At least I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they get, oh, wrong bloody colour. They get, deaded. We'll just say that. Godar gets, if I can cook, deaded. And apparently I can't cook. So, wait, what am I doing, mate? I would have to go like, oh, I'm actually such a cell. I'm actually, write in the comments, Rapid Rail is the biggest cell we've ever seen. Anyway, yeah, they take Qatar. Anyway, take like that. boom, bang, 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 boom. And UAE, I think that just puppet all the rest of these countries because they surrendered, but they like Turkey could have beat him, and they're kind of like, yeah, leave us alone. We'll let you pop it. You know, it's better than dying. So yeah, that's about it for the video. All I gotta do now is color. Boom, boom. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Actually, no, I'm underestimating my painting skills. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna go like, oh, sheesh, boom. Look at that! Ottoman Empire. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's crazy. That is absolutely cooking crazy. And then don't forget the puppets. The rest of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen again, and EUE. I'm gonna say that's a part of EUE, or what the fuck the name is. Anyway, that's about it for the video. I don't think that maybe they would expand to Libya, maybe over here in the Baltic Peninsula. However, they would probably eventually, I mean, it's a massive empire, so eventually I think people would rise, revolt, and there would also be other countries coming to the aid of them who do revolt. So realistically, would Turkey be able to hold this? Probably no. Probably would lose it after like a year of owning it. And then they would just be shrunk to like a tiny Turkey, not have a military really, and be like a puppet of. Nah, their worst nightmare would be being a puppet of Greece. Anyway, yeah, that as I was saying, that's it for the video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers by what's a reasonable goal? By the end of the year, 100 subscribers would be amazing. So please help me reach that goal by clicking that little red button. And yeah, have a good day. Like and subscribe, or else I'll eat your cookies. Bye.